Is this thing on or how's it going? Well, hello and how's it going? Well, how's it going?
Hello, and how's it going? Hello, how's it going?
Well, how's it going? Well, how's it going?
Well, no, sorry. Well, how's it going?
Well, how's it going? I'm here with you. I looked at you and I started
I was
laughing.
going to say good.
Well, how's it going? I'm here with Kristian and Madison, and we're back.
We are back.
The back, baby. My phone vibrated.
Try not to laugh.
Well, how's it going? I am Ben Spiteri, and I'm here with my co-host Madison Phipps and Kristian Karamatich.
Oh, it's warmed up now.
Hello, Ben.
I'm warm
Hi,
and
Ben.
I'm ready to go.
He's ready to go. Would you like to tell everybody what we're talking about today?
God, they both sound so depressed, and I'm like a ball of energy.
just
And
killing me.
I've been up since 5 a.m. bottle feeding a child.
Oh,
Yeah.
same.
Oh, sorry, Nick. Our episode today is about Reddit.
It's going to be a Reddit reaction video.
Reddit reaction video.
I thought you were going to elaborate.
Oh, well,
Well, Ben and I are going in blindly, and Kristian has collated some Reddit stories, articles,
horror stories.
Horror
It's all Reddit.
stories.
Everything straight from Reddit.
straight from Reddit, and Ben and I are going to
raw react.
shed some
Yeah.
light.
So all related to property, I should say.
all related to property and real estate.
maybe
And
we
I've
can
tried to
even
keep
give
them
our
more.
own.
Yeah, I've tried to keep the horror stories related to real estate agents, and I've got a few mortgage broker ones in there for you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
okay.
And yeah, with Matt, this is actually, I'll give credit where it's due. This was actually Madison's idea, and we all thought it was a great idea when she
We did.
suggested it.
I think it was a
because
little bit yours.
honestly, I love Reddit reaction content. Some of it is
Same.
so funny. Like Reddit is just a crazy place.
It
It is
is a
the
crazy
wild
place.
west of the internet.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff I was just scrolling through the last few days trying to collate some of this information. Even some of the stuff that I'm not including in this is just wild shit. Like
Yeah.
it's just.
I bet Ben's going to react to some going, is that illegal?
Wow.
What?
Madison's on me.
She's
The
already-
last
she's already
episode,
throwing
she's
him under
made
the
some
bus.
really inappropriate comments.
No.
And this one, she's starting off on fire. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give it back. We'll see how this one goes.
Wow.
Stay tuned.
That's foreshadowing. Okay. Cool. Well, I think we just dive right in. I'm gonna
Let's
ease
go.
us into it. So instead of a story, there was one comment I found which I just thought was fucking hilarious, and you just laugh at this. This was under there's an actual subreddit. It's called Oz Property Chat, and one of the questions they posed in there was your biggest what the fuck moment when buying a house. And one person, the comment was just the amount you just give away to the government in stamp duty, and it was one of the most upvoted comments
So
on the
true.
thread.
I say it
Yeah.
every day.
The part that made me laugh, though, there was someone, the top reply to that particular comment on the thread was, you don't even get a fucking stamp. I thought that was.
That'll cost you an extra 50 cents.
I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. It was
I
like,
like that.
how much money you pay your stamp
I
duty?
think
You don't
stamp
even
duty
get
is the biggest what the fuck.
It
There's
is.
time and places for it. Like I think developers, but like really just your typical mum and dads.
Mhm.
I agree. I think mum and dad purchases, but they make up majority of the market, so the government's not going to get rid of it.
Look, they didn't work hard to buy the property
If anything,
or
when I,
build it.
yeah.
I don't know. I could be biased. There could be a lot more
But
that comes into
they
it.
pay
but
for the
biggest what
roads
fuck.
and
Well, if anything-
everything around
Yeah,
it
they
and
get
the
taxes
services.
for that.
if anything, what I think it should be is it should be discounted for owner occupiers. I'm not saying
100%.
zero stamp duty, but it should be
100%.
significantly less for owner
There
occupiers.
needs another some form of theory or some thought of
But
way away.
Think about it
They won't.
realistically.
It's
They're
one
not
of the
going to
biggest-
lower it.
It's one of the
Yeah.
biggest sources of government revenue.
It's like
Touch it.
capital gains. It's like land tax. It's
Then
financially, it's not viable to get rid of it.
No,
Absolutely
not get rid of it.
Never
There just has to be a better way.
I agree. I don't disagree. And maybe we can start giving people stamps to show value.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to jump in here. We're not going to give people
Made
stamps.
of gold.
No, he wanted to start on with the subreddit. What a sub-thread.
I don't even know what subreddit is.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Christian's real deep into the subreddit.
this is on the same area of Reddit. So Oz Property Chat is what the subreddit's called. And this particular post they put up, it was recent, so it was this month, and they go, in the spirit of Halloween, scare us with your real property horror stories. And I've got a few screenshots from that particular subreddit. So this one I've got here,
Imagine one of them's like, we know.
That was my sale.
it's about Madison. They're all about Madison.
They're all horror. They're all Halloween specials.
No, so I'm going to read it out, and you guys feel free to butt in at any point because it's supposed to be a raw reaction if
Yep.
you need to stop me. So, this is, do we need to say the user's name? Like the
No,
post? Doesn't matter. Bought a house after losing it due to first buyers not having finance in place. then told it's a 90-day settlement, so settled just before Christmas. Owners reach out via the agent that on day 89 haven't moved out or even begin to start, so the owners haven't moved out yet. They asked if they could fill the garage and then pick up their furniture over a few months while they established their new home. I said if they wished to rent the house at market rates, they could. The house was cleared out somewhat. Had to have 16 bank checks made up for sale. Up to 8 was at our expense per sale contract. Most for silly payments that didn't actually even require bank checks. Finally got told on settlement day the house was ours, but the agent will leave the keys in the letterbox with a gift. The agent's name on a key ring was our gift. I felt so loved. Always wanted a key ring for a real estate agent advertising. Straight to the bin. Got inside the house, all the light bulbs and toilet paper removed from the house, fuses pulled from the switchboard and left in the box.
I'm waiting for the NBN battery to be gone too.
Not the moments you see everyone else get. A photo in front of the sold sign or a bottle of champagne or chocolates in a fruit basket. Nope, a key ring.
Look,
That should have been prevented in so many ways, but did they not have a final inspection or something like that? I know
some owners have some wild things like, I want to leave my treadmill in my lounge in the garage for 2 weeks.
Didn't you have a buyer start moving like their couch in the week before settlement or something once?
Probably. I've got some rogue arrangements. But as long as everyone's happy in my story, like, look, clearly that guy wasn't happy.
No, obviously he wanted to keep his stuff there for free, which I understand. I understand the buyer saying no, like jam
like they want to put their car in
settles, get out, like a vacant possession.
If you want to pay me rent to keep your stuff there, sure, I'll charge a fee.
I think I had an owner leave like half their house there, including like a lead-lined piano, and we just had to hold money back on settlement in the trust to turf it. But
it's just insane. But this one got me. The reason I chose to share this one with you is I just thought, imagine being that petty that you didn't get free storage, right?
Yeah.
And you're that petty that you were so angry about not getting free storage that you unscrewed the light bulbs and unscrewed the fuses from the switch.
Sounds like that.
Because do you know what? The light fixtures are the only things that stay there.
Yeah,
so they can technically take. We've had instances of NBN batteries being taken.
It's just pettiness at that level. Like, you know what? They really, those buyers, they needed Daniel from Convey.
Yeah.
Well, it would unfortunately, in this particular instance, unless Daniel was going to go there with a stepladder and help them screw the light bulbs back in, there's not much they can do. They're within their rights. They didn't remove it from the property, so they didn't do anything wrong.
There's not too many houses that get left with toilet paper. That one's pretty.
I feel like rentals. I feel like all the time when I was doing rentals, there'd always there'll be a roll of toilet paper.
I mean, it's just something inconvenient to like.
Yeah, you don't want to pack it.
You don't want to pack it.
No, if you're halfway through a roll, you're not going to take it all.
No, just leave it there for Ben to go. Rental open.
After you finish your final inspection, he's doing an inspection of his own.
Well, you got to test all the pipe.
You got to make sure the fittings all work.
Yeah. No.
All right, next one. This is on the same. This is on the same thread.
Just
so
still
the spirit
going
of Halloween.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that one's bad. Unscrew the light bulbs and pull the fuses out.
I mean, look, the owners actually weren't doing anything wrong. I'm not here to be devil's advocate. They weren't illegally doing anything wrong, but really, maybe they needed them in the new place.
Yeah. All right. This one is a bit longer, but it's wild. This is more a rental one.
Okay.
But this one is just insane.
We've both dabbled in that.
So, where is this? This is on the same thread, the Spirit of Halloween one, under the Oz property chat. So, I rented a rundown tiny flat because I was determined to buy and wanted to save as much as I could. The place itself was actually fine, just old. But it was part of a large house that had been divided into units. And after I moved in, I discovered the landlord lived in one of the units. This would have been okay, except he was determined to deal with any problems himself, and he overestimated
What do you mean? It's every owner
skills.
that we have in that arrangement.
I started noticing that the toilet wasn't flushing properly, so I notified the property manager. The landlord came around and plunged it. And then he gave me the plunger and told me to do it regularly, and then had me practice doing it in front of him so he knew that I understood how it worked. Points for being a pretty standard old white guy who assumed I would know nothing as a 30-year-old woman. This, of course, had no impact, and the toilet blockage got worse. So round he comes again, and he does a bit more investigating. And then in brackets, he potters around staring at things in the bathroom and laundry and saying, That's how she's worded it in the post. He concluded that it was blocked because I didn't flush it enough, and he ordered me to flush it 20 times a day. He returned about 2 hours later with some weird chemical he'd gotten from the hardware store and told me to put some of it in the toilet 3 times a day. My toilet now had physio and medication. Suffice to say, I did not bother with either of those things on advice from an actual plumber who told me my landlord was a lunatic. 2 weeks later, sewage came spilling out of the toilet. The property manager, to her credit, was on board with thinking he was deranged, immediately called a plumber. The plumber turned up and the landlord sent him away. While I stayed with a friend for 2 days because I had no functional toilet and the water was off, he faffed around investigating the cause. Eventually, it was determined that there was a tree root growing in one of the main pipes. My unit was at the end, so I was experiencing the ramification first. How did he find this out? He dug up half the garden and managed to hack into the pipes and then had to call a whole lot of people to come and fix the problem. I stayed at my friends for 2 weeks while they sorted that entire mess out.
I'm actually not shocked because
She's not
it's
shocked.
so.
I'm going to be
I would
honest.
actually say-
This is a day in the life of
yeah.
property management.
I'm
We have deranged landlords.
But
we do.
You imagine telling
I'm not
somebody, no,
naming it.
your toilet is broken because you need to flush it at least 20 times a day.
or making her plunge it in front
One,
of me to
she should be
practice
told
it.
her
That's
landlord
sick.
That could be
lives there.
taken as very creepy. Maybe he
Oh,
was just
that
into
is a
some
bit
weird
weird.
shit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
That whole.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't want to.
The landlord should have been. They should have told her the landlord lived in the property. One, I think that's illegal. Not.
I
to
think
do.
that's pretty crucial information because
I think it's great.
I wouldn't want to
could
live
be
there.
wrong. I technically don't think you have to.
I think that
disclose
you
it.
do. I think even if they're like next door neighbours, I still think you.
Even if you don't have to, I think you should.
Ooh, We've
I
got
personally think you
that
should.
scenario, and we intentionally don't.
We
disclose
don't
that at their
either,
request.
but
Oh, yeah.
we got in trouble because the tradesperson notified the tenants that the landlord lived next door,
Yeah.
and they came to us being like, "What the WTF?"
Had that exact same reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have told us and did let us know that it's something to do with quiet enjoyment or something around those lines, which who really cares where
If they live there,
Are you doing anything wrong?
It's different. No, I agree. Exactly. If you're doing something wrong, that's the only time you worry. But if you're in a complex of 4 that's like a shitty old subdivided house that really probably shouldn't even be leased out as separate properties anyway.
It's probably illegal. It sounds super illegal.
It does. And then
Just keep plunging it. Yeah, it's all good.
like it just makes
I want to
people
watch you plunge it.
I think a lot of people don't, and I appreciate it's your property and you can do whatever you want with it and do the work.
But
and
that's
whatever,
it. But it's
makes
not though.
tenants
Once you lease it to someone, it's not your property.
No, but I mean, as in like
You know
you
what I
have
mean?
the choice to do the repairs in the sense that. But I just think it makes tenants so uncomfortable.
Fucking
when
oath
the
it does.
landlord comes
If
around
I'm a
to do
tenant, I
the
don't want the
repair.
landlord. I'd feel so much more
Unless,
comfortable
of
having a
course, the
property manager.
landlord is a plumber. You know, if they
It's a
are a
different-
plumber or an electrician or a carpenter, that is a different story. Or their brother is. I get that. You're not going to go pay someone when
No.
you have that qualification. yet.
I've had that
I
before
understand.
where we won't disclose that it's the landlord coming to do the repairs because it just causes more of a hiccup.
Yeah.
As long as you know they're qualified, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I get
that's
that.
it.
But yeah, that one was fun. This
That's
one,
just cruel.
on the topic of, plunge it for me, baby. This one's actually a creepy landlord, like landlord trying to hit
bring
on
it
a
on.
tenant kind of thing. This one is wild. This was under a whole different subreddit. This was just under like this r/Sydney subreddit. So just anything going on in Sydney, really.
I love how localized these are. When you originally floated the idea, I was expecting like US. I was just expecting.
We don't float ideas, we plunge them.
Only in front of your landlord, but
I hate it. Absolutely hate him. You know what you didn't do in the last episode? You didn't do your stupid plug.
I know I didn't.
Yes.
Because Daniel was here. I didn't want to make him feel weird. All right, moving on. So the title of this thread is Real Estate Agent Made Me Uncomfortable. How can I leave evidence without escalating?
so is this one about Ben?
Ooh. Moving on very quickly from
Gosh, leave me alone.
that. So basically, I'm in Sydney and recently needed to renew my lease. I'm single, edit female, and live by myself. My family live overseas. My landlord also lives overseas. I've never had direct contact with him. The real estate agent has always been the person to contact my landlord on my behalf. Normally, the landlord only signs 6-month leases with me, but this time I asked for 12 months because I have a major surgery coming up and I don't want to risk having to move during recovery.
Fair.
The agent, in brackets, who is also the founder/CEO of the agency, came to inspect my apartment. During the inspection, he came very close to me. Our shoulders were touching. He put his hand on my back and my shoulder, looked me up and down from head to toe and squeezed my shoulder for 5 minutes. Edit and keep looking at my chest.
Just a typical
While
life
saying-
of being a female.
While saying, relax, you look very nervous. Don't worry about the surgery. It'll be fine. After he put his hands down, I stepped back immediately, but a few minutes later, he would come pat me on my back again. And at that time, I was not sure whether he was ignorant of boundary/personal space or he was just cheering me up. Maybe I shouldn't have told them the truth about why I need to renew my lease for 12 months, but at the time, I was silly. I felt I should have to give them a reasonable reason. I didn't say no at the time when he was touching me because I was afraid he might influence the landlord not to renew my lease. He stayed in my apartment for an hour and had no intention to leave. I said I need to get back to work and then he finally left. 2 days later, he told me the landlord had agreed to the 12-month lease. I don't have any record or evidence of him touching me inappropriately at that time. I've been losing sleep because I'm afraid he might come into my apartment without permission or ask me to move out during my recovery. Since then, for the last 2 months, he has been texting me every couple of weeks, asking if I need his help before the surgery. I've always politely declined. This Friday, he texted me again. I'm sorry, where did it go? This Friday, he texted me again after I declined his offer of help 2 weeks ago. Edit, I've advised him politely 3 times that I don't need his help. He just kept contacting me. I find this repeated unwanted contact very annoying and causing me to lose sleep. This morning, I finally got some courage and texted him saying that I appreciate his kindness, but prefer some personal space. Now I'm worried that my text message might have upset him and he could retaliate. For example, by influencing the landlord to end my lease early, increase my rent, or even using his access to enter my apartment without permission. Really don't want to go through the stress and trouble of finding a new rental during my recovery because doctor advised I need at least 3 months worth of recovery. At this stage, I don't want to escalate it to New South Wales Fair Trading because I don't have any evidence of him actually touching me inappropriately. But I'm worried that if things go bad later, I'll have no evidence of what's already happened. My question is there any way I can leave a record of the situation without formally escalating it right now?
That's the whole situation.
Oh my
is disgusting.
fucking God.
So
weird.
My skin was crawling reading it today.
I can just imagine it though.
Unfortunately, there's some people that just have an inkling of power and they just like that's.
But he must just think he's that good.
But how awful for this poor woman, not feeling like she can't say anything because she's scared she's going to lose her property.
Also that he's going to come in with the spare keys.
I felt so uncomfortable doing inspections solo as a male in a female's
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, not that they would ever do anything, but it was just like it just creates.
Puts you
unfortunately,
you don't want to
in
make them feel uncomfortable because
exactly.
you're conscious of it,
and it creates.
We had
unnecessary
a property
things
manager at our office put in a very uncomfortable decision. All of our decisions are uncomfortable position. At a routine inspection, she made up something about him, and yeah, it was terrible.
Wow,
it was many years ago, but
I had an old man touch me at a routine inspection. Like not like
welcome to being a female.
Not below the belt, but like, yeah, he was just like a very touchy-feely, very odd, weird guy.
Yep.
And he was gay, which I didn't have a problem with, but when he would intentionally leave like magazines out on the bed
I had a tenant, yes.
And he was insinuating like that he was masturbating before I came in and stuff like that, like real weird.
I had a tenant that used to leave sex toys laid out on the end of the bed or on the bedside table, and he would sit in the lounge room when I would come, and knowing
when we're coming, you know what time we're going to be there, and you're still in like. I remember one time I knocked on the door and he like rushed up. He's like, "Oh, you've caught me at a bad time." I'm like,
"Oh my God,
kill me."
We need a subreddit.
We've got our own.
I feel so bad for that girl. Like I wish we could. I hope someone said something to her that if she's in a lease, like she's safe, she's whatever.
I did read through the comments.
He has a spare key.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that's
I did read through the comments, and everyone basically said to her like, keep document, make sure you write it down when and what happened. If something does happen,
the text.
Unfortunately, when he's in the like property with you, and there's no way to prove that he did it.
And not to come back.
The worst part is it's his agency.
I know.
He's not even an employee. He's the one running the show. It's really, I feel for that woman, but yeah.
That's shocking.
We'll move on because I've got quite a few of these I want to get through because there's some good ones.
That one's bad.
That
first one was
that one makes you skin fall, correct? We had to have
first one was just like, yep, another day in property management.
Yeah.
That one's terrible.
This one is just wild from start to finish. So this is under the Oz Property Chat, and the thread was called, "Have you ever regretted a property purchase?" This person goes, "Back in 2017, I had a fairly good idea that Sydney's housing market was out of control, and my thoughts were that it would only start to spread to surrounding." He said, "My thoughts were that it would only start to spread to surrounding areas such as the Central Coast. As an investment decision, I thought it would be best to go near Sydney as opposed to Sydney itself. Found a 4-bedroom house in Terrigal for $900,000.
Terrigal's nice.
Went to put an offer in off market and got some pretty poor advice from family who convinced me that buying outside Sydney is a poor decision and I'll regret it. There was a bit of emotion involved in this also, as my mum and I had recently lost my dad. Mum was concerned that if I invested up in the Central Coast, I'd eventually end up living up there and leave her. Ended up buying a 3-bedroom apartment in Greenwich, Sydney for $1 million. Apartment is rife with mold, damp, and a constant headache. Tried selling it recently and couldn't even get it sold. Recently, I got the Greenwich apartment valued. Recently, I got the apartment valued at $1.1 million. So a $100,000 gain in 8 years. For reference, the Terrigal house is now valued roughly at $1.6 million, a $700,000 gain in the same time span.
Unfortunately, there is no right or wrong answer, but you just have to go with your gut. You can't listen to someone else because you're going to resent them if it doesn't go.
I'm of the opinion if you're near water, you're never going to lose. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like we know.
Like that's, I mean, Terrigal is a beachside town.
Yeah. But even just apartments in general, you're going to get less capital growth. But that's disgusting. Yes. $100,000 over 8 years.
Yeah.
If that was posted this year or whatever.
Oh, poor girl.
And was it a she?
She didn't say.
They resent their mother for that now. So it'd be like,
that's the problem. You know what?
Cost me $700,000.
Seriously, if you had trusted your gut, and if she gave you the advice that turned out to be good, and you trusted your gut and it ended up being bad, you wouldn't end up hating. You would have lost money, but you wouldn't hate your mother because it was your call. This way, though, I'd rather lose money but not hate my mother than opposed to follow the advice and then go sideways like that.
Worse. I remember when Tegan and I first bought, we were like, are we doing the right thing? Should we buy a block of land? Should we do this? Should we do that? And I was just like, if it feels right, just do it.
Isn't there a saying that just don't tell people what you're doing?
It's probably not a bad idea. Assholes, everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah, literally. That's what they say. Just keep things close. I mean, I'm definitely not a good advocate for it. I tell everyone what I'm doing, where I'm going.
Are you opinionated?
Yeah. I'm opinionated, and I listen to other people's opinions. But yeah, there's definitely a time and place to discuss your personal stuff. So
I've got a mortgage broker one for us now.
Okay.
This was under a thread titled "Worst Experience with a Mortgage Broker."
Biggest creep.
So Kristian and Maddy. Oh shit, mate, hold on. So where is it here? All right. This was people were commenting on the thread saying why, and guys like, I just want to share experiences. And someone's like, well, tell us yours. And he's like, okay. So this is the original poster of the thread, and he goes, mortgage broker took 18 days to get an approval from CBA. I called them today, and they said the communication left red flags. She put my credit limit as $3,000 and my balance is $78,000. I actually owe $3,000, and she apologized, said her people accidentally put in the incorrect figures. CBA advised to get another broker. Thank God we found someone excellent. He got us approved in 2 days with NAB. She took 18 days.
Wow.
To not even get an approved.
To not get an approval.
She did get it eventually.
Oh, shit. Well, she's not too bad with putting those numbers in and still pulling it off.
Did she say CBA advised them to go get another broker? So CBA, who were financing the loan with her.
CBA has blocked her.
That was a short one, and I do have more obviously, but that was a quick one. And I just read through that. I just started laughing because I hear those stories from people all the time.
She was obviously scarred that she went to NAB after the CBA experience.
It wasn't even CBA's fault; it's just the mortgage broker. But yeah, and there was a time I remember when some lenders had crazy long SLAs for 100%. Right? These days, no, they've all really
self-employed. There's really niche, random careers that some people have, or some random banks that they decide that they need to go with. Look, sometimes they do take a little bit of a while. I had an instant lately, but going NAB CBA is just a general.
I can tell you now because I get regular updates, weekly updates about their SLAs. None of them. The only one that has blown out for some reason now is ANZ, but not all of them. They have separate queues based on the complexity of the application.
It's a smart way to
look. So like for example, if you're
longer,
no, they're still pretty quick. But ANZ at the moment, for example, if you're POYG, 1 business day for assessment. If you're single entity self-employed, so like you got one company, like mum and dad company kind of thing, it's like 16 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
but the normal queues are a day. It's to do with their assessment staff because not all their assessors are trained in the same areas.
But then you didn't even need a valuation, my guy, on like the property. Like it was super, super long waiting time. And then I was like waiting. And then it was just chill. But just the waiting period was really, really
long. No, you don't always need valuations. Most of the time now, most banks, because they pay for them and they cost money.
Yeah, unless it's commercial. I learned that the other
day. Commercial bad. Commercial valuations are
Yeah. Purchasers pay for it, don't they?
Yeah. Usually commercial, correct. Commercial, the bank doesn't cover the cost, no.
So they don't care. They'll order it anyway.
But normal resi stuff, the banks cover most valuations of properties. Or it's usually up to a certain price point, which usually it's most people fall into the lower tiers, so the banks pay for it.
Is it based on a percentage of the potential value, or is it just
It's based on the value, but it depends on the valuation.
I guess it's higher risk for the higher amount of property, so.
True.
All right, what else have I got here? This is back in that thread of your biggest what the fuck moments when buying a house. And this one I thought I'd share with you guys because I found it hilarious. It's basically someone just ripping into real estate agents to the point that it's like,
good on them.
No, but it doesn't even make sense. And I'll read the comment. Someone commented back afterwards, basically defending. Not even so much defending real estate agents, but calling out the other person saying like, you're the problem, bro. So this person's, again, the thread was just your biggest what the fuck moment when buying a house. And this person goes, the absolute scum that real estate agents are. Shitty fucking morons. I treated them with such disdain, responded angrily whenever they asked me any questions, verbally abused most of them, and actually told some of them to get fucked.
Is this my husband?
What's the username? Hang on. He keeps going. I mentally prepared myself for this before I started actively looking, but oh my God, seriously. I have no problems telling people to fuck off and get back in their lane. However, I know other people aren't like that and would succumb to the tricks and traps of the real estate agents. They're not your friend. They are no one's friend.
Oh, who hurt him?
I don't know. And then we got a comment back from the legend that is Hairy Nightmare Squid, defending your guys' honor.
Oh.
Hairy Nightmare Squid commented back saying, you're the problem here. While I have also met some shady agents in my time, I'd rather spend time with them than with you. You sound unhinged. Good luck with your search if that's your approach. No matter what I thought of my agent, I wouldn't sell to someone who was actively abusive towards them. I like my neighbors too much, and the logical conclusion is you're the type to make anyone's life miserable.
True.
That whole interaction was so unhinged.
I want to know why.
Some people do just have.
Did he ever say why?
Nah, the threat he didn't. He never responded to the thread again. And someone else commented saying, "Sounds like a great way to not get a house to BH." Common denominator, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many real estate agents are you dealing with? Clearly,
And every single one is a fuckwit. Yeah,
every single one.
I do feel like a lot of people, when they have dealings, they'll go, "Oh, I really hated that person. I really love that person."
Yeah.
Like you're right. If you hate everyone,
You've got a problem.
You are the problem. Correct. It's like I don't know what else.
Anything in life, those people that just have no friends, it's sus. It's sus.
Christian's not sus.
He's a little bit.
I have
His
friends.
face.
I have you guys.
Friends.
Podcast
friends. Tom's over there like PlayStation friends. All right, moving on. This is a longer one, and I've only got 2 more left, and they're both mortgage broker ones.
Okay.
How are we looking on time?
25 minutes.
25 minutes. Cool.
Perfect.
Should be a good
So
time.
those listening at home.
Yeah. All right. Again, this is from the Oz Property Chat subreddit. It was my best friend when I was doing my research. There's so much content in there. This post is a bit old. This is like a year old now. The title of the thread is, should I change mortgage brokers after she told me this? It's a great start already. Broker convinced me that I couldn't sell my unit and break my fixed rate loan until after it expires, knowing that my fixed rate was lower than the current rates. Appears she gave this advice as she thought it would incur a commission clawback. Should I change brokers due to lack of integrity and transparency?
Yes.
There's more to it than that. I'm in the process of selling and buying. When I first bought my unit, I used a mortgage broker recommended to me by a colleague. Fast forward 5 years, I contacted her again to get a pre-approval for my next property. So bear in mind,
she's already got.
even if there was going to be a clawback, she's getting the next lot of business from this person too. So there's still no reason. And when again, this is 5 years later. For those that don't know at home, as a broker, if you pay out your loan within 1 year of settlement, I get a 100% clawback. The bank takes back all the commission they paid me. If it's between 1 and 2 years, it's 50% generally. Some of them have started doing it ad hoc too, though, depending how long it's been. But anything after 2 years, 0 commission clawback. This person said it was 5 years later.
There's no
commission clawback. No. Obviously, the person who posted it didn't know that. She was just looking for answers. But I can tell you right now, it's not one of the issues. They go on to say, my fixed rate portion of my mortgage is locked in at 3% and expires in December 2024. It's about a year old, this post.
Yeah, sounds like it.
When we engaged her services in July, so 6 months out from the expiry, she emphasized the fact that I could not sell my unit before December as there were allegedly huge fees associated with breaking a fixed home loan, $30,000 plus. And she influenced me and tried to convince me that it would not be in my best interest to do so. After she left, I believed her and thought I couldn't sell until after December. After thinking about it for a month, I contacted my bank and they said, as of that day, it would be $0 in break fees as the rate I locked in is so low that the bank would happily let me go because
they're like,
please go.
If we're talking like August last year, that's when rates would have hit like 6%. Yeah. This person's on 3%.
Yeah.
Why would the bank not want to get rid of that 3% interest rate?
Knowing he's probably going to rebuy.
Correct. I was annoyed as she gave me the wrong advice and it was suggested to me that she was probably looking out for herself as I understand brokers need to pay back some of their commission if the client breaks a fixed rate loan. False. Our clawbacks have nothing to do with the type of loan that we set you up with, for the record. And this is the scary part. People just don't understand how it works, and it's so unfortunate because they believe their broker.
Is this broker not liable for actually giving that type of advice?
Could be.
Hard to prove it though, isn't it? If it's
this is the problem. However, this would happen after 1 to 2 years, and I've had my loan. So the person that did cotton on eventually is saying, I've had my loan 4.5 years. Technically, this wouldn't have affected her. I called her and stated what ING had said, and her tone of voice was a bit off. She stayed quiet and changed the subject. Then stated that should I sell my unit, the new buyers could rent the money back to us until December, and she could get really creative to give us options to do that instead. But why I would do that if it's $0? Why would I do that if it's $0 break costs anyway? She said.
What crack is this mortgage
broker? She goes, honestly, I don't have the best knowledge with loans, but I trusted her to give me advice for my best interest, and it seemed like she was only looking out for herself. This left a bad taste in my mouth. She has all my details and documents. She took ages for me to gather up as I just had a baby and no time to get anything done. Documents also included me having to go back to my work to get a document signed to say that I would be back at full time after maternity leave, but her lack of integrity and transparency has turned me off.
She obviously doesn't know what she's doing.
Cancel her, sack us, fire up.
When I was reading through this, if there was some kind of financial incentive for the broker to do this, it is dishonest, but obviously there is a reason to do it. It is ethically wrong and brokers to do that, especially if you're getting the repeat business. Why would you anyway? You're an idiot.
And the market's probably gone up, so it's probably going to be a more expensive property. You think
they're going to purchase and you're going to get a bigger.
But the stupidest part about this is there is no financial detriment to the broker in doing this. So there's no commission clawback.
So it's like she either didn't want to do the work, or she did not know what she was doing. There's no other.
Honestly,
if anything, she's costing herself money.
She is, because she's now going to lose all the business.
But even if she had done the loan originally when she asked, it's not like she was going to lose any commission in that sense. She was going to gain another commission.
Correct.
From another loan.
The only thing she would have lost is her trail commission, but that would have been replaced by the new loan anyway. Yeah. So you're not losing anything.
You're getting a one-off fee at the start.
You're getting the upfront as well, which would be additional to what you made from 5 years ago. And the new trail will probably be higher than the old one because it's going to be higher.
Higher mortgage.
And I read through this and I went, I don't think this is a case of a broker being a prick. I think this broker is just really, really stupid.
Shit at their job.
Yeah, I want to name and shame. Name and shame.
And
she did say ING.
ING is the bank.
Where did you work?
I did work at ING.
Oh, could be you, sus.
I wasn't a broker at ING. I worked for the bank. Oh, God.
Red sus.
Yeah, I'm on to you.
Fun.
He's just questioning us, being like, am I right?
No, I read this, and as a broker, like, I've heard horror stories from people. I had one recently, which I'd probably not my place to say on the podcast because if my clients listen,
how many likes
them, so it's not my place. I can't.
Yeah, fair.
Because I don't have my client base is pretty. It's not small, but it's intimate enough that
it's big enough.
Yeah, and the story is very, but similar thing. They had a broker that they trusted, and this broker basically let them down, and that's why I've now got their business.
Yeah, you guys are scumbags as well. Jesus Christ.
We are.
No one looks at them.
The difference is I think the biggest difference between brokers and agents. A lot of brokers are not generally malicious. They're just really fucking stupid.
Oh,
I'm serious.
You're really smart, so.
Yeah. Ugh. You don't get to use that excuse.
Give me a drink. No, but the point I'm trying to make is the barrier to entry in my field is really, really low.
Ours is lower.
Ours is lower. That's why you guys didn't make top 3 most disrespected industry.
Yeah, I think I remember reading that list or something similar. I swear brokers are up there too somewhere. But
can Dom maybe whip up the list?
Hey, we got Dom's back on the mic too now.
I like thinking of a mortgage broker that you don't.
Like this story, this is not malicious. I think it's just incompetence. Stupidity. I genuinely think it's just incompetence. And like maybe they didn't know how fixed rates work. Maybe they were taught by their mentor that breaking, because when I started broking, I had never seen a scenario where a fixed rate was going to have what?
I just envisioned when you say when I started broking and I was like breakdancing on it.
Just wild. Absolutely.
What does it even mean? Should I break down?
No.
When like you just started breaking, breakdancing. I don't know. It just got me.
Anyway.
That's wild from Pipsy.
Yeah. To give you it was good.
The context I was going to give, when I started broking, that was when rates were... Not again. Let me say. Rates were at record lows, right? So if you were so a lot of people fixed their rate at 4% and then rates dropped to 3%. So if they wanted to break their fixed rate, that's when there was massive break costs because it cost the bank money.
I don't know why I'm so
maybe this person started during that time and all they ever knew was break fixed rate equals bad. And they never understood the logic as to why. And this is the problem. It's just thick.
Break bad.
Thanks, Ben.
What'd you say?
Break bad.
Break bad. That's
no,
good show.
Just break fixed rate.
Yeah, bad.
Equals bad.
Not good.
We got the list on?
Kristian, no mortgage.
No.
Nothing.
That's all right.
Maybe we can use one of those AI things. Do like Christian breakdancing.
I'll send it to my friend Jake and get you breakdancing.
If you do,
With
just tell
some
me.
like stock in the background.
We'll make a reel out of that and I'll insert that into the reel.
Yes.
That'd be good.
What if I just breakdance myself?
I don't want to see that.
I do.
For your sake, for your
I don't know how to
career
breakdance.
integrity.
I don't know how to breakdance.
Imagine doing the kangaroo at the Olympics like that chick from a
Ray gun.
Oh, Ray gun. Oh, my
God
days.
bless
They
her.
made an emote out of her on Call of Duty. I'm not
That's when
kidding.
you've made it.
On Black Ops 6, the most recent one, you can emote and do the ray gun emote.
I have no idea what anything you're saying right now, but it sounds.
You know, there's a video game called Call of Duty.
Yes.
You can emote, make your character do funny things.
Oh,
and they
okay.
added a custom
I thought you meant like emo, like.
No, emote. And they added
thinking
one
like-
into the game
A depressed song with like.
where your character basically does the ray gun dance.
Oh, like a skin.
No, you can use it with whatever
get
skin you want. It's
close,
the emotion,
like
the
you are
animation.
close.
They add an animation.
She's close though, but like
A skin.
it's not. I know it's not the same.
Kind
but
of.
she's
I know
got
a few
close.
Yeah, it's a
Fortnite
cosmetic.
dances.
It's a cosmetic in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a few Fortnite dancers.
It's similar
Yes.
concept. Yes.
Yeah.
Lost.
Do it. Get up and do it.
All right, last one. Let's go.
All right, last one. I got one more.
Let the people get out of the car.
The title of this thread is just "Broker dropped the ball."
That's
you-
Christian.
Yeah, that's you as a goalie.
Leaving. I'm out.
Yes. Well done, Matt.
I'm going
That
home.
was good.
It's the most like input I have ever put to this podcast in 20-something episodes.
That was good. That was very good from
I'm
you.
leaving. I don't want to be here.
Broker Drop the Ball is Kristian Karamadich's book title.
What's Ben's book title? You're on a roll. You may as well roast Ben too, so he doesn't feel left out.
I don't know. I don't know. I've had one good one today. Just let me
All right, we'll
leave
leave
it
it.
at
Let
that.
it breathe.
Anywho, contract on house, subject to 21-day finance. On day 21, so 3 weeks,
Yeah.
broker says the bank has queried a relationship I have with someone who is not on the mortgage application. They have tried to contact the bank, but they can't tell her anything due to privacy reasons. I call the bank myself, couldn't find anything, and after 7 people in multiple hours, someone tells me I need to tell my broker to call the mortgage assist line. I say, well, yes, she has, but was unable to be told anything due to privacy reasons. They said, no, she must be calling the customer line.
She's got issues with the privacy when you'd have a signed
phew.
declaration to say,
And then they let slip that the assessor has called her multiple times and left voicemails, but is not hearing back from her. Also mentioned they need a pay slip that they asked for a week ago, in which I sent through to my broker a week ago. Seems she failed to pass it on. Luckily, the vendors have agreed to a 7-day extension. In between all of this, have called and texted my broker multiple times, but no response. We are stressed and don't know what to do. Is it too late to go directly through the bank? If we lose this because our broker failed to answer the phone and send on documents, we are going to be so pissed. Then they added an update, and the update says unconditional. After sending a very frustrated text to my broker, we received a call 30 minutes later with approval.
30 seconds would have
with
been good.
approval. Oh, so it wasn't even like just a call.
Oh, not even
So
far out.
once again, someone that was just really shit.
You could
at
get
their
so
job.
much business. Why don't you just start replying to these threads going, let Lova help you out?
The
man."
broker guy, and I've just replied it. And
Yeah.
it's live in the subreddit. And we're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I wouldn't do that. You can call me anytime you want.
I'll
And you should
get it done
upload a
in-
few videos
in a
of
day.
you catching balls and saying this broker won't drop the ball.
Oh,
There's already plenty of videos of me
There's
catching
plenty
the
of
ball.
videos
Notice
of
me.
me
Yeah, that's what I
drop a ball.
mean.
Oh,
That could be your
Benjamin.
plug.
That's all.
Don't let your broker drop the ball.
Maybe I should do that.
When you are a goalie and
That's actually
broker.
not a bad marketing. I'll say to them, if
Yeah.
you need a good broker,
I need
I'm-
to pay your ass.
you know what I should say? You know what my whole plug should be? If you need a good broker, I'm the keeper.
Oh,
Bang.
Hinge update. Hinge prompt update. I'm a keeper.
You're on fire.
Oh my God, give me the
With
phone.
the gloves on. Should
No,
be one of
I-
the photos. Very
Are you
thin.
holding the ball? We'll take one.
I
Yeah.
have used that prompt on Hinge before that.
Oh.
And I have at some point had a photo of me going.
I won't drop the ball as your boyfriend. Wow,
The
there's so
gloves.
many with the gloves. Every photo with the gloves.
We've moved on
That
from
would be
marketing
funny.
my
Like if there
business
was one
to
of
marketing
them,
my
like,
Hinge.
Yeah.
Because you slide across, don't you? Like if it was like one photo like that, then like
No,
that.
Hinge
then like
Yes.
that.
down, up and down.
Oh, okay.
Tinder is where you swipe across.
We're married, sorry.
I've never used a dating app.
I'd be
I've never
worried if you
used
had.
one either. I like going on my friends though and definitely doing some swiping. Found my cousin on there, buds.
Never done that.
That got weird real quick.
Wasn't he in a relation? Oh.
No comment.
Oh.
200 likes.
Well, that's all the Reddit stories I had for tonight.
I loved
That was
it.
interesting.
That was good.
something a little bit different.
Some fucking crazy
We might
shit
take
out there,
turns of
mate.
collating those stories.
Yeah, well,
Delete.
they don't
Well,
have
next
to be
time-
just Reddit threads.
No.
We could have people sending in their horror stories, and we will not reveal names.
Oh, we
or
would
who
love
you
it. If
are
we could
or
get some
whatever.
actual genuine ones, I'm so here for it.
Yeah. You don't
but-
have to name or shame anyone.
Privacy is our biggest thing. We,
But
we
next
won't
time-
throw anyone under the bus because
Except for each other. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I was talking to Dom beforehand. Hopefully next time we left it a bit last minute, so I did it myself. But next time, if we give Dom enough notice, he loves Reddit. He lives on Reddit, so he'll
Do you,
find
Dom?
he'll find
You
some
do
for
give
us.
Reddit vibes a little bit. Like, I feel like.
He's like, is that a compliment?
No, I just feel like people
maybe
get
he looks
heavily
more like a
into the
Twitch mod. I
game,
don't-
like their Reddit. Nick plays
Chat,
PlayStation.
can you remove him?
Nick
Where
plays
are my
with you
mods?
guys in Sydney, and they all want him to join this Reddit chat because that's where they all speak because they're PC players.
Are you sure it's not a?
Is that a
no,
thing?
no, you're
'Cause
thinking
you're
of
PC
Discord.
players?
No, you're thinking of Discord.
Yeah, I am.
She tried. She worked out what emotes were. She knows skins.
We're
I'll give her
learning.
credit.
We're getting there. We're
It's
teaching it.
Discord.
It's Discord.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
All
Dom-
right.
yeah,
Let's
Dom-
wrap
Dom
it
the
up.
Discord mod.
We're going to be. We're pretty much on 40 minutes
All
now.
right, let's wrap
so
it up. That's probably long enough.
Thank you very much for all sticking with us.
If you do like this kind of episode idea, tell us.
Please let us know.
And
Yeah.
if we post question boxes, even if we don't, even if you listen to this episode and go, "Oh, I've got one," just
Send us a DM.
DM us.
Slide in the DMs.
Yep.
Slide in.
Slide in.
Abuse us.
It's nice and warm in here.
Kick
Slide
it in. Christian will catch
Give us
it.
some good feedback. Give us some negative feedback. Give us your horror stories. We'd love
Everything,
all of it.
questions, whatever it might be. You don't have to wait for us to post a question
Oh,
box.
and
to
we've
ask
got an
us something.
exciting new segment for our next episode.
Oh, no.
We do.
I don't actually
I
know.
have been receiving some crazy
Oh, that
DMs. Maybe we should call it goes down in the DMs.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if it's
We're
going to
start that on the next episode.
Yeah, Madison's been sharing with us progressively over the last how many months.
This podcast
DMs
channel's
she
just
gets,
been
and it's
really
so
generating
good.
some crazy DMs.
Yeah.
Oh, Maddie
I
gets,
love it.
Madison gets some unbelievable DMs. They're so funny.
So we will divulge on some of those. We once again will not, privacy reasons, will
Yeah.
not be naming people, but we will read them out.
Morgan's just going to
as a bit of
attract
a
some more
laugh.
crazies
If
to
it's,
get on the podcast.
to be fair, if it's
It'd
dudes
be
being
funnier.
creeps, I'm happy to name and shame.
Oh, maybe not. Anyway.
Anyway, that'll do us. Benny, would you like to wrap us up, sir?
Thank you all very much, and ciao.
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 Everything presented in this podcast is for information and entertainment purposes only, and all advice is to be considered general in nature. It does not take into account your personal circumstances and financial objectives. Please consider if this advice is right for you and look to consult a financial professional.